It has arrived. Look for them or call to make sure.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another fine, entertaining program with
Good mo-
me and Big Joe.
What's
That's
happening,
something.
Lou? That's all right, Lou.
I'm
It's
good.
morning, buddy. That's what the morning show's about. But good morning. Welcome to the morning show with CC Joe, Joey C, and Big Lou. Lou the God, Big Blue Lou. Welcome, Lou. How you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm good. I'm energetic, even though I woke up with a slight headache. But hey, it is what it is. The day's still young, raining like a motherfucker, so we'll get this
It
shit
is going to
done.
be storming, brother. I got a great Mike Shitty internet that he reminds me to make sure I take my medicine in the morning. That's a true friend.
Yes, it's very important that you do.
Already took it. Already done. Here, Mike. Right here. Already done. Already took it. Right there next to me. Took it. Burn Dog's with us.
Yes, he
Marcus,
is.
great guys. Great to see you guys. So I'm going over yesterday's Alpha Shot Lounge, and I'm telling you, I was so blown away with the numbers. I think you said at one time was 70 something. I
Yeah,
saw 80 something,
at one point we got up to like 78.
85. What we hit.
Not bad.
Not bad. They'd never seen those numbers before. Never. So
You
I
know,
think
I can't help it that I bring all the stars to the party.
here's what I look at like this: to find the formula, you get all the positive people, the energy flowing. I think it's like the Boston Ball show yesterday. We had some great guests. Even though he is negative, Kleenex brought a lot. He bounces.
I didn't see. Look, no disrespect to anyone. I didn't find him negative. He was telling stories.
Yeah,
Now, did someone start coming at him? Okay, maybe that's when he started to dive negative.
yeah,
But the chat will do that to you sometimes.
exactly, man. But
Like you saw me yesterday. Pineapple was starting to throw some jabs, and I had to tame myself
right, I
because
did
I
see
didn't want to be on that chopping block.
exactly. I did see that. It was just interesting that he DM me and he says, "Listen, I'm just very passionate. I'm just very passionate about how I speak, and I get into my feelings." I said, "Listen, you're cool with me, brother. I still love you." He goes, "Here's my cell phone. If you ever need me, I'm like, all right, buddy." He was all worried about not wanting to talk to him. I go, "Hell no, that got nothing to do with it."
Like I said, it was a fun show. Like
Right.
I was even shocked that Eric behaved.
Yeah. And you know what? All fairness, even though we voted yesterday, I sent him, half that money. So that's just how I felt. I felt responsible for it because of the fact it was on my show, even though Vince is ignoring me. You know what? That's all right. I'm going to keep pounding Vince for that money back because it's only fair. He's the one that promised him. He's the one that invited him. So it is what it is. But at least I know I'm a stand-up guy and I can look myself in the
Yeah,
mirror.
at the end of the day, you felt you did what's right, and you know what? That's it. Good morning, Mason.
Yeah. So we're
Yes,
going to have
Carl.
haters.
I'm
Good morning,
garbage.
Mason.
It's
Yeah. Hey,
lovely.
we're all garbage. Cal, we all are. Everybody has a moment.
I'm
So
garbage. Send me $10,000 so I can get to Detroit.
that's it. Send me 10,000. Good morning. Take care of. I did take care of him. I sent him what I was going to send him, and that's
Yeah,
it.
you took care of Eric, and I guess you were spoke with him about what you were going to send him, and
Well, he
he
knew
was okay
yesterday
with it.
what the chat was saying. People were saying, don't pay. Some people say don't pay him. So I said, what? Fairness, you're right. I didn't invite you. This was all on Vince the lawyer, but you know what? I still came up and I put $100. $100 that I'm a small guy that don't make money. I don't make a lot of money. I paid everybody. I sent money where it's supposed to be belong. I took care of everybody. I even paid Kahuna just to go show everybody I paid Kahuna. Didn't even get a thank you back or a response. So you know, I don't want to hear no more about poor this guy, poor that guy, because I do business right, always have and always will. It doesn't matter. Business is business. Friendship is friendship. That's the way you look at it. Friendship stops at the door of any business. That's how it should be. That's how you run a business. And
Well, maybe at the end of the day, you guys don't do anything, and you try to resolve the friendship before anything else.
right. Well, I mean, it's up to him. Whatever he decides. Like I said, I'm done talking about it. We are right now at the present time. It's the morning show with CC Joe and Lou, and that's how it stands at this moment. How it stands in 2 weeks from now is totally up to the individual that wants to sit down and talk. That's all I got to say on it. I got no
Yeah,
hate for
that's
nobody
it.
and no negativity for no one. I just, no one's going to call me a liar, and I proved that, and that's it. It's over with, buried and gone. So doors open for him to come back when he's ready after his 2 week work, and if he chooses not to, then that's fine too. I'm not begging anybody. I don't need to. So,
At
the
the end of the day,
end of the day, brother. But he like, busted balls yesterday. The inauguration date coming over here. It says he's here. Call him. There's a number. Call that number.
so my shitty internet says, Joey, how do you feel? Shuli has now crowned you the new Duke of the Dabbleverse.
But Joey, how do you feel? Stewie has now crowned. He has. I didn't. I didn't. Did he really, Mike? I haven't. I haven't
Yeah.
heard that.
Jim messaged me last night saying, I hope you're ready because Shuli's crowning. If John doesn't come back, you're the new Duke.
Really? But I'm nothing like John. But is that supposed? Am I supposed to take that in a good way or a bad way?
That's the $1 million question. I guess it's going to be one of those. How do you take it? Well, granted, you know what? It's how do you move forward?
True. That's very true. How you move forward and handle it. But where was this, Mike? Where was this said? Was this said yesterday on the Uncle Rico show? Was that what was said? I mean,
that part I don't know. But Mason says, don't shoot the messenger, Joey. Kahuna is offering to come on to tell his side of things before he goes on another stream. Me and him have talked to Rocco about him possibly being on Be Dabbling Live.
Listen, Mason, here's how it goes. First of all, no one's gonna make me put me in a spot. If he found better elsewhere, have a nice life. It's that simple. I'm not gonna sit here and B Dabbler is more successful, and if that's how he chooses. I wish them nothing but success. I'm not gonna sit here and play these kind of games. Right? Listen, I didn't lie. There's nothing to talk about as far as all he had to do was one simple thing. I'm not getting into this every day, and I wish him success. So if he's made his choice, God bless him. B Dabbler, he's got my blessing. I'm not sitting here and wedging. Oh, I got to do this or what are you gonna say next? It ain't gonna happen. It's not happening. It's just not happening. I got no time for this. I've got to work on a channel and work on keep advancing forward in baby steps the way I want to, without making too many mistakes.
It's time to grow.
Time to grow. It's my time to grow and to grow the right way with the right backing of all the right people in the chat room and the fans, and to make good friendships and to repair any bridges that we might have burned in the past the best we can. So, as Joey Sweet said it last night on the week. Okay, thank you, Mike. I appreciate that, buddy. I really appreciate that. I'll check it out. But that's about it, man. I mean, first night back, last night I was all bloodshot colored and my hair was a mess when I came on a little bit for the Elvis stuff, but I feel pretty good.
You know what? Look at it like this. You were traveling for the past
7 days.
Week.
Yep.
You were, on the go constantly. Now you're home. You can relax. Granted, you still got to take the rental car back if you haven't done it already.
No, the car's back. Yeah, that's already taken care of.
So, okay, you took care of that. So now it's relaxation time.
It is relaxation. And like I said, I gotta do a lot of work today on YouTube as far as thumbnails and redoing descriptions for all the IRLs and just clean up a few things. And I was just happy that yesterday I got to take care of everything I was supposed to take care of. And I sent Spider money. I sent Kahuna his money. I threw a couple of bones to some people that have helped us. Bringing the Bustin' Ball show was a big event for me. Lou being back here with that. Creative. I came up with the name. It's his show and our show, but he's the creative one on that. I trust.
At the end of the day, it's our show.
Right.
If I can't make it one day, you can still cover. Like there's no, oh no, the show don't go. No, it's going to go forward every Wednesday, Friday for now.
That's it.
Until we decide if we do a third day, and let's just have fun with it. That's how I look at it.
What I want to have good old fashioned fun, man. That's what it's about. I was just, how do you say it? I was like a kid in a candy store yesterday when I saw Alpha Shot Lounge get the love that they got. It spoke everything to me. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, that show took some wild turns last night. We went to 70s porn, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it did, man. It's like now I was listening to the weather report. We're supposed to have some really severe thunderstorms this morning here in the Tampa Bay area.
That's what I woke up to.
Yeah. It was
Woke
pretty.
up, a flash of lightning. I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Hey Cal, how are you? Hey Cal, good to see you, buddy.
Joey
You,
does do a show by himself. It's his night talk, night
or
with
night
Joey
talk, which
C,
I will do.
or
I
pillow talk. It's all a matter of
yeah,
what he wants to name it.
it's
But
a
you
night
know
talk.
what? I think you should name it pillow talk because you kind of are in that sleepy zone
Yeah,
timeline.
yeah,
So pillow talk sounds soothing, relaxing. You
yeah,
give the folks an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, however long you want to go, but you put them to bed.
yeah. Well, and it's for the chat room, and I was doing that at least 2 times a week. I'll do one tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to set up the prison podcast. Will be tomorrow. I just got to pick a good time. Tomorrow's Friday. For
Hmm.
Friday, I got to be very careful on the time because I want all eyes on deck for that one. But you got Friday nights at 8 o'clock. Probably got BYB on at 8 o'clock. You probably got Truly tomorrow night with also at 7 o'clock with Uncle Rico show. Uh, Friday nights could be possibly turn out to be MLC could come on live. Ray DeVito will probably be on tomorrow. So I got to really pick and choose when I'm going to do this interview tomorrow. I've got to put together, waiting on all the artwork for that, and I'm going to start putting that up. I, I started out to do a, consistent 20-week show, and the funny thing about ex-inmates and inmates getting out is they'll tell you the moon until they get out. Once they get out, if they've been incarcerated for a long time, you have a hard time refinding them because they get out and they get on the wild side on the street, and they just let themselves go, so it's hard to get them to commit. You know what I'm saying? But I do got a commitment now with Green Boss, and I think he's going to be a very interesting guy. He's
Yeah, that's going
excited.
to be an interesting discussion you two have.
Yeah, well, like I said, we're going to talk about we're going to get into his life. We're going to get into his life, his what led him to prison for the first time, and when he did go, and what's his position, what's his goals, how can he help someone that's coming up and coming that might be kind of like in the same way he was to go to prison. We're gonna hopefully someday we could be the Greg Gumbel of prison podcast. Like Greg Gumbel used to make everybody cry on his sports show. It was Brian Gumbel. I'm sorry, Brian Gumbel. Not Greg. It was Brian Gumbel.
Hmm.
So we could get everybody to shed a tear and a good moment. I miss the
They
brothers
want you
Samuel.
to bring. They want you to bring back the preacher, Joey.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we got a lot of good things for you guys that we're gonna. I'll put a mental note with that cake, though. Glad that you liked everything. We will. Chelino, my boy, what's happening? Everybody's
That
here. I love these guys, and
that was a funny. Well, I don't want to say it was a bit because maybe at that particular moment
well,
you were finding some Jesus in you.
I was. I did ask for a lot of forgiveness, and I did have my moment, and I do pray, and I feel that church could be where the church is when you're on at nighttime when you're in your bedroom and you get on your knees and you pray to God. That to me, that's all the church needs. You know what I'm saying? That you make a one-on-one connection with God. That's what it's
Hmm.
supposed to be about, man. Each individual has their own spiritual connection. That's the one thing that I'm very strong about. You go to church and you have a gathering, that's nice, but when you're individually connected on your own, it's a whole different outlook. And you should talk to them. You got to talk to them, and then
You got to
like
start somewhere.
exactly, you got to start somewhere. And the whole thing with me is I just want to, I just, I don't want to be a guy that is thought of as just an angry guy all the time. I mean, yes, I have my moments, but I want people to know that, yeah, I've done wrong. I've done a lot of wrong, but I've also want people to know that, when I'm wrong, I'm accountable. I paid my dues, and I do have a heart, and I do care for people that are loyal to me. I'm loyal back. That's just the way.
I mean, that's just how it is. It's the respect factor. You respect me, I respect you back. Like you
Exactly.
don't ask for no more, no less. And let's
Right.
see, let's see what Mason's talking about. Kahuna was the best co-host. He wasn't a yes man like other co-hosts Joey has had. Complimented Joey well. Having a yes man co-host makes you too much like Stuttering John, in my opinion. Well, I don't know who he's referring to as the yes man because I ain't nobody's fucking yes man.
And I think that you'll see that with Lou, and like I'm looking, I didn't shut the door on Kahuna. Again, you keep saying that. Kahuna said he had to work for 2 weeks. Right? I spoke my piece yesterday. I showed the fact that I was gonna turn a lie into another bigger lie. Fact is, it was a bit that went bad. All he
That's
had
it.
to do is one thing, and this would have all been gone. But the fact is that he showed him his anger side in my car while I was making sure he was taken care of the whole weekend with us as part of the team. That's a whole separate issue. This has nothing to do with the bit going bad. That was his true colors screaming at me and top of his lungs in front of my wife in my car. That didn't go well with me, so, you know, I don't know what he's trying to do, intimidate me, trying to put a fear of God in me. It didn't work, whatever he was trying to do. That's what I'm mad about more than anything. I don't care about the bit going bad. That part's over.
I
I
mean,
showed it. It's over. You know,
some shit went down. Words were said. There's words that are said that can't be coming back from.
right.
That's just how I look at it. No one else was in the car but you, Miss C, and Spider. So that conversation, like I've been telling you, when you guys are ready to have it, y'all have it, and
Right.
maybe from there you guys can determine what's going to go on further down
Yeah.
the line. Like no one's closed the door, but everyone
That's
wants
right.
to make it seem like the door has been closed when no one said the door is closed.
Right. And no one said that he wasn't a perfect co-host. No one said that. No one's disputing his ability to be a co-host. We're not disputing that at
I
all.
found him to be great.
Me too. I think he was
You guys
great.
had some wonderful chemistry, which is why I encouraged you to let it
Right.
breathe for 2 weeks and then have a discussion, because after 2 weeks, things are calmer, cooler heads will
Right.
prevail.
I mean, he laid it
you
on us.
know,
We brought him up. He said, "I was going to tell you guys, but I don't want to ruin your weekend." When I thought you got rid of me and replaced me, I booked work. What am I going to do? The man's got to live. He's got to pay his bills. He's got to
that's
live in it.
right.
So I always tell him, okay, that's horseshit. Let him work. And he said 2 weeks. And so you're a dues payer, a dues payer. I'm not a dues payer. I just want to go back and see what Shirley crowned me. I mean, I'm no duke of anything. I mean, I'm definitely not. I was a baby goat. That's what I was at one time, a baby goat.
You've had too many nicknames; it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, I was the baby goat, and that's the name that I was. And Duke,
Baby
I don't.
goat, baby shark, like
Yeah, listen, I want to just at the end of the day produce the best show I can for enjoyment for everybody else. I want
that's
to see
it.
those high numbers. I want to see the numbers that I deserve to have at this point. You know, that's what we want. And are there going to be people that are going to be angry? I guess so. I mean, these are crappy numbers right now. I mean, I'm usually way double digits, double
It's
digits right
still
now.
early.
So I mean, is that them lashing out at me? I don't. It's fine. Listen, if you feel I need more lumps to take, and you know what? What can I say? I can't argue that. If you feel if I paid everything I should pay as far as sacrifices for what I've been through, that's fine too. Bottom line is, as long as you're happy, I'm happy. That's the way I
That's
want to go.
it. And like Fern Dog says, as long as you don't start weighing shit, you'll be fine on your own, Joey.
I have no problem doing that, Fern Dog. I'm not going to go into that area of expertise. Definitely don't want to do that.
Good morning, Pineapple.
Hey, Pineapple, how are you, Pineapple? Good to see you here. Isn't it
Cholinos laughing.
Pineapple's over in the UK? What time is it there? It's like late afternoon now, isn't it?
No, it's they're 5 hours ahead of us.
Oh, 5 hours ahead of us. Okay, so it's good.
So
3 o'clock
we're
in the afternoon.
9.
Yeah,
It's 2:19.
9. Oh, 5 hours. All right, so
Yeah.
it's the early part of their afternoon. So,
Yep. They've
hey,
had their nice cup of tea, and I think it's scones or something like that, little cookies that they eat.
oh, okay. We have our cappuccino and our espresso here.
Yeah, no, thank you.
No, thank you. You don't like espresso? I
I
mean,
don't do coffee no more.
oh, at all?
After my hospital stint, I just disliked the coffee taste.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I was never much of a coffee guy myself, but I once in a while I will. The iced coffee I got into a little bit when my wife gets the iced coffee and having a few tastes of that. It's not bad if it's mixed. You know?
Now my wife on the hand, but she loves her coffee.
Yeah, well, most women do. Most women do like coffee.
Like,
That's their thing.
yeah, Pineapple saying it's 2:20, busy working. Big Boss is saying BK is probably going to stream inside those 2 weeks. Oh, Big Kahuna is probably going to stream in those 2 weeks. He does lots of other shows. He hasn't, to my knowledge, yet, but this would be Joey's chance to cool it down before Kahuna goes on a show with no limits.
What limit though? This is what I don't understand. This is what I'm trying to decipher. With no limit, what does no limits mean? What can he do? What can he do? I mean, I think everything spoke for itself yesterday as far as that. You know, even I mean, I look at it like this: if you're part of a team, you got to take the hits, and sacrifices as well. Why was it only me taking all the bad sacrifices with him making himself look good? Don't work like that. I'm sorry. That's not being a team player.
Now, did you actually get hit with a can of beans?
Yes.
So that part was true.
Yeah.
So you guys took you having to go visit someone, the can of beans, and turned it into creative bit. It just went to a level that it didn't need to go to.
And the guy got arrested. He's still in jail.
Well, that's his idiotic fault. Because I guess what are they hitting him with? Assault with a can?
Well, he just got trespassed. I wouldn't press charge.
Okay, trespassing charge. Oh, I mean that carries a little bit of weight.
It depends how many you have. And from what I understand, he has quite a bit.
Okay, but see that Mason, that right there is two sides to every story. There's his side, there's Joey's side, and then there's the truth. The truth of the matter is Joey had to go see someone at the county jail. Not saying who he went to go see because that's their business. But he went to see someone. They decided to take it a step further and add to it.
I'm not denying. Go ahead.
There's no. Think about it. If Joey got arrested, he's not getting out as fast as he did. It's not possible.
5 hours is not done.
So that right there should say, "Oh shit, there's nothing in this story that's actual facts."
Here, when
Joey would have went before a judge at some point in that morning, it wouldn't have been 9 o'clock because he would have probably been on the docket a little bit lower if he got arrested. Like, use your brains, people. We had lunch at 11:45 that day. So that part is not a lie. We were at KFC enjoying a nice meal and talking shit, chopping it up, getting to know each other for practically 15-minute neighbors. Yeah. So, like, the story took its own spin, and it just needs to be put to bed.
Here's Kahuna's got a whole different story. Here's what happened. I agreed to the bit when I was going. We agreed to the bit. What happened in the bit is, if you're going to say you're sent money, you got to have a paper trail, right? So when I start thinking about it, wait a second. If there's no paper trail, someone questions on a paper trail, it's going to fall apart. So the best way to spin it was that arrest turned into detained. You understand? Now, he kept going about the $200. He went on his own with after the fact that I spent it with there's no arrest. Originally, no money got sent. He came up with the idea. I woke up. I was sound asleep all night. When I woke up, there was $20 on the 15. What is this for? Okay, send it back or hand it to me at the tab account. He wanted me to. I have all the DMs and everything, so he could spin it whatever he wants. Again, it was a thing that went bad because he wanted to take it too far. And then I sat and thought about it. I said, you know what? Why should I look like a piece of shit over this $200 the way he's doing it? It's going to make me look like I'm not trying to pay him back, and I stiffed him. I don't need that hanging over my head. So that's why I did what I did. It's that simple. He and I don't have the experience to do bits at a lengthy minimum. If it would have been short, sweet, and yes, I agreed to it originally. But then when I start thinking about it, why should I be the fall guy? Why do I got to be the bad guy here? Why do I got to be? If you guys are going to do a bit, it's got to be funny. Otherwise, it's just correct, Brent Monkhouse. Correct.
And that wasn't a funny bit.
I never claimed to be funny. So he didn't want to come on. All I said, all you got to do is say, you went back on your records and you realized you didn't never sent me the money originally. That's all he had to say. It would have been over. He can spin it whatever he wants. I showed it. Numbers don't lie, dates don't lie, and that's it. He never sent money on the 7th or whatever day that was, and that's just it. It's that simple. And it went bad. So it just went bad, and I tried to pull out of it before it got any worse, and he made it worse. And then he sat there and screamed at me in my car, like he was supposed to intimidate me with something. So he took it even much further. Okay, so he can. I don't care what show. Let me put it to you this way: the trolls couldn't prove me wrong on anything, so he's not going to prove me wrong on anything. He could go run his mouth to any show. I don't care. They're just looking for content. That's the bottom line here. I spoke the truth. It's over with. All I can say. Thank
That's it. Like
you.
Big Boss said.
There's nothing he can do. Nothing he can do. Nothing he can do. The facts are facts. Facts don't lie. That's simple. So that's the way I feel. So it's over. He had a chance. He went to go further. God bless him. God bless him. But he don't have the experience to match up against me one-on-one. I promise you that. That much I promise you. He's too nice of a guy. He'll never, when it gets ugly, really ugly, he's not going to be able to handle it.
Yo,
I can turn it ugly. I'll turn it ugly if we need to.
So we've got Pineapple here saying everyone was stupid for believing Joey's bit. That I say, whatever. And then you got Joey. If it was Lou's bit idea, just tell us. We'll forgive you. I never came up.
Lou had nothing to do with it. Lou had nothing to do with it. We'll take Lou right out of. Lou had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it.
I would have told him off. Don't fucking do it.
It would have worked if he'd have spin it the way I told him to get out of it. It would have been fine and over with. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
The story became wonky once you're saying he never sent the money. Then he started saying he sent the money. It's like, well, who's?
You wouldn't stop. That's all he kept saying. I'm like, why are you doing this? It's going to make me look bad. Like I'm welching on 200. I've had enough problems with people thinking I'm a thief. I'm not a thief. And so why does he always come out smelling like roses and I'm supposed to be the fall guy? It don't work like that all the time. So he's supposed to climb the ladder and go in a direction where he's got everybody on his side and I'm back in the basement. No, it ain't working. I worked too hard. I worked too hard for that. So I'm not sorry, and I didn't want to do what I did yesterday, but it had to be done. And I didn't do nothing but just show the date, show you that it was sent after the fact. And I'm not John Melendez. I'm nothing like John Melendez. John Melendez don't have a heart. I do.
Well, no. He's not saying you are. He's saying I don't care the trademark of John Melendez.
Right. Thank you, big boy. Thank you. I'm nothing like John. I would never try to be John. This crown, the Duke of Death, I don't want that crown because I don't need that. And I'm sure in a joking way, Shirley was having fun with it, and it's fine. But listen, John can have all the titles he wants. They belong to him, not me.
I don't understand. So Kahuna never sent you 200 on July 31st?
There was no July 31st. It was July 7th. Wasn't it a week before?
No, August 7th.
Or August 7th.
August 7th is when we went to have lunch.
And that's the day that I was supposedly have been arrested.
Yes.
Everything got sent. No. I showed that yesterday.
So I don't know what's in July. And
I
then
meant August. I meant August.
I'm sure Kai loves that his arch nemesis.
It doesn't matter. The fact is, he tried to spin it. He tried to go further. Then he wanted me to come on here and tell, and I got the DMs to prove it. Just I don't care what you say. Tell them how you fired me. This way, all the fans could get on your ass, and then I'll come back and save the day. What save the what day?
You know what?
That's pretty
Hold on.
Like he wants to be the hero. I don't need a hero.
Actually, you know what? It wasn't August 7th when we went to lunch.
Whatever the date it was, that was the day, the same day. So whatever day it was.
So, but even let me see something.
You find the right date, and I'll show you there was no money spent the night. That's the way it is. It's never going to be over because they just don't understand facts. He can tell whatever story he wants. Hey, I'm not denying.
We went to lunch on the 31st, the last day of July.
What day was the week was that?
That was a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's right. We went to see. That's right.
So we went to lunch on the 31st.
So
and
15 days later, he tries to spin it to say, "Here's the money for the 31st on the 15th."
Yeah.
That really is going to go. I'm really going to tell that lie. I'm going to make that. I'm going to turn that date into something. Oh no, that's when I drew the line. That's when I drew the line. How are you going to cover up something 2 weeks later? Just not. All he had to do was say, oh shit, I went back on my records. I never did send it. My fault. Sorry. End of story. He wanted me to continue and say, yes, you did send it. He wanted me to take that money on the 15th, cash it out, and go hand it to him in front of everybody, Dabacon, like I'm gripping to him and begging for his forgiveness. All he wanted to do was climb my coattail. That's the fucking bottom line here. And he wanted to make a name for himself and make me look fucking ridiculous. So as far as I'm concerned, he was trolling me the whole fucking time. You want to get realistic here? Let's go realistically. Okay, he could come because he wants to dance on the internet here. I'll tell you what, he's going to be losing miserable. Knowing how sensitive he is, he ain't going to be able to handle it. I promise you that.
Let's move on.
And he's going to need guys with that are fine tuned like B Dabbler, El Harible, Chucky, and guys like that. If that's what he needs to do, God bless him. I'm not afraid of them either. Never have been, never will be. Again, the bottom line is no one tells me what to do. No one runs me off. No one does anything. I'm the guy that decides to leave when I want to leave. There's nobody got that power or the know-how to do it. So, plain and simple. I'm getting a little sick of Kahuna trying to build armies on my name. So,
yeah, this has become. Let's
sit here and keep talking about this every fucking day. Child.
It is the story that won't die.
I mean, he's right.
So, how was taking the rental car back? Any issues?
Yeah, I've got a lot of issues. Yeah, the brakes were a little bad on it, so I complained about that.
You got out of that extra day.
You know,
the radio wasn't working properly. The bitch didn't know how to shut up.
Yeah, So I mean, the brakes were a little touchy. I didn't like it. Made me go an extra 8 hours driving. Whatever. It don't matter.
It's one of those where now you got to plan your October trip. When is it in October?
I'm not even sure the date. I haven't even.
I know the dates haven't been announced yet.
No, I think they have because they're already selling tickets. I believe they're already selling tickets.
So
I haven't even looked at the date. I'm sure it's sometime in the middle or third week of October, probably before Halloween. But I haven't even looked.
So I saw something online. If you plan to fly, the best time to buy tickets is on Tuesdays and Wednesdays around midnight.
It's probably from here to, like I said, if I go to Chicago, which is what my plan is, Southwest is probably the ticket.
Yeah, Pineapple. I could imagine someone trying to climb Joey's coattails, but it isn't me.
Listen to me, guys. Lou was with us before. For whatever reason, Lou decided, and I decided, at the time, if they weren't going to be together, the two people, and Lou has even said it on public record, I made the right choice at the end of the day. Okay? But Lou went beyond and above. We stayed in contact. We lived very fairly close to each other. We never had an argument. We never had a falling out. So we still had that friendship building. And then he went beyond and beyond, and he helped me.
I know my attitude. My attitude is what it is. And at the present time, when all the shit went down, it wasn't going to work. Right. I was going to take digs at the person every shot I got. That's just how I am, because I know the person won't retaliate. So there's that.
But he months later, I mean, he's put it to bed. I mean, that's over.
That's it. At the end of the day,
it's over with. I mean, he has no ill against the person. He doesn't want to. We're not going to. First of all, he knows I would never put up with it because he knows I'm good friends with the guy. So I'm not going to and lose smart enough and lose a grown man, not a child, to know it's done. It's like this bit here. It's like this guy, this guy sitting here crying to everybody in the Dabbler. Everybody. It seems like, and that's fine. With people, I kind of crack up with B Dabbler. Like, what is that supposed to do? Is that going to run me away because B Dabbler's involved? Huh? Fuck Rocco. That's what I can tell you there. I'll say it to Rocco's face. I don't give a shit. Okay? Rocco knows me. I'm very vocal. Fuck the potato. He can cry to everybody he wants. End of the day, the people that know me and met me know how sincere I am, a good person I am.
So. I mean, were the scrambled egg titties real?
Next time I get a shot of those titties, I will give you a picture. That is 100% legit. It's nasty. Trust me on that.
Oh my God, this shit is.
Have you ever seen a $2 hooker, Mason? Have you ever seen a $2 hooker? I mean, really, have you ever seen one? Have you drove up down the street somewhere and just in a really seedy area and seen a fucking $2 raunchy ass, fucking smelly ass, toothless fucking no tit, fucking dirty, nasty, scallywagged bitch on the street, and you look at her and go, how the hell does anybody pay her anything? That's what they look like. Over here with the hood.
I mean, all you got to do around here is just drive up Nebraska and Florida, and you'll see a bunch of those.
Exactly. Nebraska, that Florida Avenue, over there by Hillsborough, all the hotel room. Let me tell you something. Any bitch that sucks fucking 10 dicks to 20 dicks a day for $20 a pop, $10 a pop, $5 a pop is a nasty scallywagging bitch that you fucking don't even want to get near next to. The fucking heebie-jeebies are just flying off of her ass. So, fuck that shit. Come on. So, I mean, these bitches, what do you think there's fucking, you think there's 10 models over here where I live? They're fucking nasty. Nasty. Well, I'm not saying you're not a good Christopher, but you work, right? You drive, you go to places. Sometimes you drive through other areas. So, I mean, maybe where you grew up at, they don't have that. Maybe you come from a small town. I'm just saying, if you ever been anywhere, Las Vegas was a perfect example. Walk up and down Las Vegas Boulevard. You would have seen all them fucking scallywaggers at nighttime over there. Trust me, I was walking through the fucking circus and saw 13 of them at least walking up and down Las Vegas Boulevard. Nasty bitches.
That's right. We'll tell the cops we're celebrities. Leave us alone.
I don't got to tell cops anything. For one, I'm not a celebrity. I've been a hardworking guy. I work behind the scenes of baseball. Never did I claim to be a celebrity. My name ain't Stuttering John. I don't have a resume. My resume is I worked 34 years in professional baseball behind the scenes in minor league baseball. That's what
Terry Nee wants you to leave his mom out of this. She's working.
Oh, I'm sorry, Terry. I forgot about moms. I forgot about moms. I was a guy that watched jock straps. I sniffed them first and then I washed them. You understand? That's what I did. Okay. And if a guy pissed me off, I would piss on his fucking jock strap, put it in the fucking heated dryer, and put it back in his locker unwashed. So when the motherfucker was on the field, he knew not to ever fuck with me again. When he started itching and fucking getting that aroma, he knew not to mess with the clubhouse manager. That's what I did. That's the kind of guy I was.
All right, Big Boss. We'll address this now. Kai worked for Joey for almost a year mostly without pay.
That was his choice, though.
Yeah.
When we didn't get monetized the first time, I felt bad. When I brought them over, it was on the intention we were going to be monetized within the next couple months. That fell through. When that fell through, they had a choice. They didn't have to stay. They wanted to stay. Kai is one of my dear friends, and I'm grateful. And Kai is still part of Catalan TV. He took his leave for whatever reason he had to. I just talked to Kai last night. Okay.
The man needed a break. It is what it is. People get burnt out. He has, Wait a second. He went on a vacation the week before to spend time with his woman.
First of all, Kai made the choice to leave. He's been gone how many weeks now?
This is
what am I supposed to do? Halt? He wouldn't expect me to halt the channel while he's gone for 6. Who knows how long he's going to be gone? So I should halt the channel. And first of all, they were partners at one time. I would never ask Lou to go on any show that Kai would be on. I would never put them in fray. We had a show that we were doing on his channel. It's business. Kai knows enough where my heart is and that it's business. Okay. It's what works. It's what has to grow into the future. Right. If Kai had never left, you wouldn't be seeing Lou in the morning show right now. And you wouldn't be seeing the Busta Balls brought over until September when I was letting Kai know what I had planned for the future. Okay. So what am I supposed to do? Kahuna wants to take 2 weeks. Let's stop the morning show. When does fucking Joe Catalano get to run his channel the way I see fit? And not when people get to say, I'm leaving for 10 weeks. I'm leaving for 4 weeks. So what does that mean? I'm supposed to stop for them? I paid 1 year and 2 months, grinded and fought and did everything I had to. That don't happen. I'm nice enough by allowing Kahuna to have the 2 weeks. Okay? I could have been a prick and say, you know what, you don't come back, see you later.
I mean, look at
but obviously he's trying to threaten me with B Dabbler. Like that's going to make me go bad.
But okay, we can't say it's Kahuna doing it because
I'm not saying Kahuna. I take that back. Not Kahuna. People are trying to wedge me. Well, you better go do something. You want me to go beg him? Beg him for what? It was a bit that went bad that he could have fixed. He took it to the limit that it went bad. I'm not going to be the fall guy for something that bad. I'm not going to be the scumbag here. He refuses to come out of pocket and say anything was his fault. Okay, fine. That's fine. So I spun it. So I put it and I showed the truth. That's the way it is. I don't really care. I don't need him. I didn't need Kahuna. I had 300,000 views without Kahuna. Get that 300,000 without him. I had 6,000 subscribers without Kahuna. So that's a fact. Those are facts. Those are facts.
So, like, right, the KY Jelly show had nothing to do with him leaving. Totally, we can't. You could speculate and say he left because of that. You honestly don't know, but that was an issue between him and Jason. He said some things, and Jason decided to show receipts. At the end of the day, how Kai took that is up to Kai. No one can speculate.
And I had Kai's back every step of the way. I talked with JBX every day. I try to diffuse everything. I am not disloyal to Kai. Developments happened why JBX and our business venture went further. Okay. First of all, he has a connection to my wife. So let me tell you something. I'm trying to do this as dull as I can. If one of your wives, if you come to you and say, no, this is what I want for my show, are you going to tell your wife no? No, you're not. Okay. So if she goes back to being his childhood, they went to school together and they got a connection, I'm going to tell her no because of the differences. I had Kai's back. I still have Kai's back. Okay. The thing is all this, you guys are bringing all this shit up when it's supposed to be put to bed. Okay.
Look, I've stated this to Joey, Miss C behind the scenes. Kai comes back, great. We don't have to be on a show together. We can coexist on the channel. And there's that. Like, Kai could do his thing. I'm doing my thing with Joey. We got other things in the works to go down the line. Like, it is what it is. I'm only filling in on Alpha for these last couple of nights because they needed me to help. But going forward, that team is solidified. It'll be Miss C, Spider, Bobby, and Jason. So it is what it is. I'm here to help at the end of the day.
Kai Brancaccio is my family, like brother. So I'll always be with him. If he called me up in 10 weeks from now and said, I'm going to come back to Kettle on TV, I'm going to bring my morning show, like I said, to my channel. I want to keep the Blues Lounge and the happy hour on Friday. It's done. I don't want nobody to leave. Okay, Kuna and I had a special karma, but Kuna wants things his way and push me around like he's the boss. You don't do something like that. That's disrespectful. You don't change my whole brand around and put everything Kahuna and then knock me out of the box on my channel. You don't do that unless you're trying to just make a jackass out of me. And then the bottom line is that's what trolls do. So has he been trolling me since day one? Because it's sure leading up to that. What I'm supposed to lay down? I'm not a guy that lays down to anybody. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just not. I was very good about when he came with ideas and said, okay, let's do that. Let's try this. But when he tells me, oh, I don't want to see that thumbnail. I don't like that thumbnail. You know how hard Hack Ray? Nobody knows how hard Hack Ray works more than me or how much time he put in me. But you don't tell me that this is how it's going to be. I don't like this. Take that out or something that Kai had. I don't like that. That's really lame. And who do you have the right to mess with anything in my brand? Unless it's our show. Lou has his own brand in here for the Bustin' Ball show. That's his right to come in here and put whatever he wants to do for that Bustin' Ball. You understand?
Well, I mean, I would have to speak to you because we're not going to put something in the brand that's going to affect the channel.
Kahuna Catalano TV. I mean, he changed a lot of stuff. I mean, it's Kahuna. Here it is, Kahuna morning show with Kahuna. Everything's named Kahuna. Okay. I'm sorry. It's he's second seat. You understand? That's how it goes. You know. Know your place. That's all I
say. Fern Dog, great. I'm gonna act like a child whose parents are going through a divorce. You guys were a power couple. I'm gonna miss Kahuna. Tell you what, wish him the best.
Thank you, Fern Dog. I mean, it's bottom line. We all got to be the. If he chooses to try to wedge me, and by trying to think he's blackmailing me or scaring me, well, if you don't, I'm running the B Dabbler. I'll tell you what. There's his first and last mistake because if he thinks I'm going to go crying to him and beg him back because he just put him or someone, fuck B Dabbler, fuck El Horrible, fuck Tukey, fuck Rocco. They can have him. I don't care. That's simple. Okay.
But do they do a morning show, or do they only do a show on Saturdays?
They used to. I mean, listen. Have I ever come on and said I'm better than Tukey? I compete. Am I better than TSN? I never. I'm a low man on a totem pole, trying to get better and better. Someone asked us, when we're going to have a Catalano Dabblecon. We're a long way from that happening. At least 2 years out.
Well, not if he becomes the Duke of the Dabbleverse.
Yeah.
You'll be
Do I want
featured
a title called the Duke?
next year.
I'm no Duke. No.
So Lou launches a pincer assault on Kai when Kai was still doing his show on the channel. Kai breaks the very next day and leaves the channel. Weeks later, Joey hires the guy who pushed him off the internet. Again, that wasn't me. That was JBX. I was just on there trying to defuse it.
Right. Lou never was ever brought up with Kai at this. This was him and JBX. This was an issue that JBX went. First of all, who brought JBX onto this channel? First of all, let me ask that question. Did he go on one of my shows or did he go on Kai's morning show?
Kai's show on Saturday.
Okay. Did I have any say in that? No. Did I ever try to tell Kai how to do it? No. That was his choice. He's a grown man. So they had an agreement. Apparently, agreements weren't met. I got in the middle because I got to protect my guy because he's with me. All right. But I didn't go after Jason saying, hey, fuck you, piece of shit. I didn't say none of that. Jason, did you say this? Yes, I did say this. But he's saying it back and forth, back and forth. I tried he's family to me more than anybody. Okay. Kai, I will always be on his side. I will always present it the best way I can. It's like there's an issue that fans sent Kai saying that the other morning when I was bounced off, that Jason and Lou were talking about him. And he gave me the exact time to look at the film. I haven't looked back at that yet. Now, is this people just riling up because they just want to do this? Because I found it hard to believe that I was bounced out of my show because of the Wi-Fi, that they're going to turn around and go right in there and fucking do that and try to. So I don't see it happening.
We're talking about the Monday show when you were at Cooperstown?
Yes.
Again, I asked Jason, why do you keep going off of camera? And he goes, because I'm smoking. And I was like, I don't think Joey cares about you smoking. He goes, I think this was a Kai rule that I'm still following.
Right, which Kai, I think back, Kai told me this, that he thought he meant he was smoking, when he asked if he could smoke, Kai really thought he meant cigarettes. And apparently he was hitting the bong, I think, or maybe, or something.
That particular day, he might have been hitting a bong or.
And Kai even told me, he says, am I that green? Am I that naive? I said, no, I would have thought the same thing. You know, Kai made no mistake on that. He thought that he meant cigarettes.
And then the other comment was someone in the chat said something about Kai, and Jason goes, that issue's been put to bed.
That's all. And that's
so if that's considered talking shit, then I'm sorry to say, y'all a bunch of bitches. And that's it.
I'll sit here and talk about Kai all day long. It'll be nothing but good and my love for him. That's it. He has done. Kai is one of the nicest, straightest, straightforward human beings I've ever met. The guy's by the book about everything, and that's his. All he knows. Listen, the words Kai told me last night when he DM'd me, it speaks volume. Okay, that's all. That's all I'm at. It's going to be certain chatters are going to try to wedge. They're going to try. They know Lou's got a type A personality, so they're going to go after Lou. They're going to wedge Lou.
But here's the thing: I am not falling for it.
Exactly. Same with Jason. They're going to throw their shot. Okay. Listen. First of all, I would never allow Jason or Lou here if they had an intention of attacking Kai. It would not happen.
Like, where was Pineapple's comment? Oh, here, right here. Big boss, I hate to say it, but Lou seems like he is trolling Joey long term. Yes, I'm okay. Joey, well, I'm trolling you, bro.
Yes,
I'm gonna troll you. I'm gonna.
Let me ask you a question. And how come he helped me put the trolls to sleep? If that was the case, plain and simple. You guys have any idea what this man did for me?
Good morning, Kish.
I mean, bye. I mean, really, you guys know what he put at stake, and I fucked it up, and I leaked it out that it was him by accident. And you know what? He handled it beautifully. Did he come to me and say, "You fucking piece of shit"? How can you do that to me? No, he said, "It is what it is." We got him though. We got enough.
You know. It is what it is. Shit happens.
It happens. So
look, I don't know if Kai coming between Jason and his week was a big mistake. I can't say it was. At the end of the day, they had an issue. They tried to resolve it.
It didn't get resolved.
It didn't get resolved. And Jason went on the offensive for his sanity. It is what it is. Like,
and at the time, Lou and I both told him not to go on air. We did. I was right there when Lou told him.
I told him, yo, let's not do this. And he said, no, I'm doing it. I'm like, all right. Well,
grown man, what are we gonna do? We can't put it. We gotta put a gun to his head and say, don't do this. We told him in Kai's defense. It was at that point, don't do this. Let's do this privately. I can't tell him what to do on his show. I can only suggest.
This is the shit that I'm talking about. Mason's over here yelling in his little godforsaken chat. They literally took shots. What fucking shots, you stupid piece of shit?
Exactly. I don't.
Putting an issue to bed is taking a shot. Smoking weed, going off camera is taking a shot. Motherfucker, learn the definition of what taking a shot is. This is me taking a shot at your bitch ass. Stupid motherfucker.
Listen, there's too much at stake here that this is ridiculous. Lou has went on the record. One, he made a public apology to Mrs. Honeybee, which I thought was very classy and very, very nice of him. It was something that needed to be done, and he did it. I didn't tell Lou you better. I didn't give Lou all ultimatums.
Joey asked me, and it was up to me to take that route.
That's right. Like a gentleman, I asked him. I said it would be nice, but it's up to you how you feel. He did that. And Kai even came to me and said, I heard Lou. We'll see. He had nothing. Kai never said one negativity about Lou. He says, I know I know you got a hope and a dream. We'll see. All he said was, we'll see. We'll see when it comes to Kai. Because he knows the magic was there at one time. He knows. And when Kai is very reasonable man, very reasonable man. And if Jason was going to continue to take shots at him, I wouldn't have nothing to do with that. You understand? He could do whatever he wants at his channel. I wouldn't have him here. Okay, it's put to bed. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that they're not going to sit here and bring up Kai. They're definitely no one's going to be allowed to talk about Miss Honey because she's innocent in all this. You understand? As far as I'm concerned. So
here's the difference, Mason. I'm not talking to the chatters. I'm talking to your bitch ass because you're the one who wants to instigate, keep shit going when we're trying to put shit to bed. I don't want to have any more issues with this gentleman. I am moving forward. Right. It's gone on longer than it should have gone on. Right. We're trying to grow things and make things better. Yo, I told Joey, bring Kai back. Kai doesn't need to take time away.
Right.
To relay the message. We've said it on the show. The gentleman is doing what he feels is his prerogative.
Right. Right.
Like it's been said, we don't have to do a show together, but we can co-fucking exist. But you want to act like a fucking bitch and keep running your sorry ass fucking mouth like you some big boss motherfucker, but you ain't shit. And I'm not going to keep playing with you, little boy.
All I know is that that Kai has a special place here, always will, as long as I'm around. So, and I stand with him. Business, Lou and I have a different type of relationship. Lou and I had he helped me out with a thing that was so dear to me, that saved me. And you know what? I work well with Lou. I work well with Kai. What's wrong with me to move forward to my channel? If we're going to put together something that obviously, even B. Dabbler said yesterday, this afternoon show is going to be a big hit. He already saw this, So, I mean,
dude, you ain't shit to look at. I've already seen you. You was a little scrawny man. You ain't shit, bro. I will snap your fucking neck. Don't try me, dog. Just don't. Because I'm not the fucking one.
There's trolling and there's trolling, but Lou has no bad karma, no ill will to anything, but to do a show and have fun, and hopefully to be successful, and hopefully that we can make people laugh, and we could put together something that's got meaning to it. At the end of the day, we both could go to bed and say, "Man, we did a hell of a job today, man." We look at it. That's all it's about.
Yo, we were over the moon with how the show went yesterday.
Oh yeah,
over the moon this morning, chatting how the show went last night. Like things are going forward, but you want to keep bringing up shit. Like,
and where did I give the credit to, Lou? I gave it to all the fans and the chatters that gave an overwhelming thing yesterday for Mrs. C and the Alpha Shout Out. It's all about formula. It's all about Lou and I have looked back on all the old shows with DG, Kai, Cupcake. There was a lot of magic in those shows. A lot of magic on the two. I forgot what the guy called it. He called it two. What was it called?
Was it Tumultuous Tuesdays and
Tumultuous Tuesdays.
Thursdays.
Those were money shows. Let me tell you something. They were pretty on fire. Those shows started taking. Unfortunately, DG got in bed with John, and his job, and he decided to pull. Then Lou and Kai had the falling out that I had to make a decision, and Kai and I moved forward. Kai, I always remain is most organized person on Catalan TV. He was the guy that did a consistency show better than I could ever do. He was the guy that just never came to me and demanded anything. When paydays came on and I divvied up the money, his man said, "I don't want the money. I'm not asking for anything. I'm here because I want to be." Okay, so when someone made a statement earlier that Kai worked for free, his choice to stay when we didn't. I even asked Kai, "I'll understand if you don't want to stay. This is the second time we didn't get monetized. So obviously it's me. I take full responsibility for my rages that is costing you. If you want to go elsewhere," you know, he said, "I wouldn't think anything of it. I don't care if we get monetized. Let's just keep building and we'll be fine." Okay. When I went to pay him, he said, "I don't want the money, son." He said, "I don't want it.
Give it back to the fans."
I did exactly what he said. I bought memberships and dispersed them out. Okay. I did what he asked me to do. He told me maybe when when you start making a lot of money, I might ask you for $20. That's how humble that man might ask me for $20. I'm Kai. It's your money. You just tell me, brother, I don't want it. Give it back to the fans. And that's what I did. I've not done nothing. I've not done nothing to cheat anyone of anything. Never have, never will.
Like Tish here says, the DGR network, where I'm also an affiliate of, went through periods of change. We've had our issues over there. Yo, it's part of a process, and patience is the key. Change is good. And Mr. Flex dropped another gifted membership.
Thank you, Flex. Very much, Flex.
That makes 10, Joey.
That does. That makes 10. He did 10 today? This morning?
No. Today,
and last night he did 10. I think he did
between
9.
Last night and I guess this morning.
Thank you, Flex.
That's 10.
I mean, there's basically, you know me pretty well. Okay, you know that I think the world of you. Polino, I think you get to know me pretty well. Big Boss, I know I get the same love you have for Kai as I do. Fern Dog, who his voiced his opinion how much he loves us. Pineapple, there's a different cat. There's a guy that comes from a different country, who once told me that he always had respect and was a fan of ours. I have nothing but respect for his show. I think he's got a great show. I want to see him grow. Just Cupcake and I, nobody better than Cupcake can rile me up better than him. He knows how to push the buttons. Do I hate him? No. I sat with breakfast with Cupcake, and when he left, I gave him a hug. I love him. I love Cupcake. I'll give him shit, and he asked one thing for me to never do. He knows the one thing I would respect, and that's it. When he asks us something like that, what he asked me, I don't do it no more. And I respect what he said. When I ask him, okay, just please don't. But he's never, like he said, I'm never going to stop revenue. I don't want him to, because by the end of the day, I like Cupcake, and he'll never be forgotten as one of the originals. You understand? I think he does a remarkable job when he's on the road with the shows. Terry Nee, I don't get no better. It don't get no better. It does not. I don't know much about Dick Ulick. I have my differences. I think he's one of the former older trolls. I could be wrong, but I think he is. But he comes in here, he breaks balls, but he is also pretty respectful. I mean, I've got a lot of people in here, like Kleenex said it best. I never seen a chat room this nice. We've built this community together, all of us.
Dude, like we told him yesterday, 7 months ago was a different story.
That's right. How many of you legitimately, the 42 that are in this chat room, how many of you either said, who the fuck is this guy? Or could say, I can't stand Joey C? Be honest. Be honest. Be honest. Because I'm not going to hold that against you. The matter is where we're at today.
I guess this does happen in the Dabbleverse. Kevin was almost ready to give Dixon the Bob chair. Now Dixon is banished to the Shadow Realm, and his ex Felicia is now on the show consistently. Gotta hurt.
Well, I don't think Brennan does it to hurt anybody. Maybe he does. But, here, Brennan is I've been on enough shows with Brennan to tell you this. Producer Bro that's right, Producer Bro, Dr. Chow. Let's not forget about Producer Bro. Okay? The formula, Cupcake with the ghost of Dean Martin. That was unbelievable. We made great And I remember DG telling me that we should go limit to 1.5 hours. I go, are you crazy? We don't get rolling until 1.5 hours. And that's why we had for Cabby. Out of all the people at Davos that Cabby knew personally as a friend for years, you know what? He called me up and said, you know what? I know Shuli for many years. I love Shuli. I know Casey. I love him. I know this one. But he sat in touch with me and says, it's you I want to be with. You want to know why? You remind me a lot of me. You got nothing but fucking heart and truth. And that's where I want to be. He would call me and tell me, don't ever change your fucking personality. He even said, after when I'm gone, I'll look down. If I see you changing your personality to try to kiss someone's ass, he goes, that I'll be on your ass. Never change who you are. People are going to love it no matter what. And he's right. He's right. Okay. I was so honored that I was a big Cabby fan. If you asked me this 40 years ago, would I have been fucking streaming with Cabby? I'd have told you, you're fucking insanely nuts. All right. I fought with Shuli. I've been barred out of TSN for months. And in a day, I know Shuli the longest. And Shuli, I can honestly say, is 100% one of the best friends to ever turn out for me as a friend. And he's going through some tough times right now. But I can assure you this. Anybody that thinks TSN had anything to do with what's going on, you're sick in the head. I'll tell you that right now. Shuli would never jeopardize his children, his wife, his reputation, nor his channel. I promise you that. I promise you that. And if Shuli is crowning me the Duke of the Devils, he's got to be having a reason why he did that. I have no idea. I haven't talked to him since he left on Saturday night. When I gave him a hug, he got in his car, and they drove away. Last time I spoke to Shuli.
Pineapple says, I've always supported the baby goat. Not a fan of bits and lies, but you are easily influenced by co-hosts like Lou. Yes, I influenced you, Joey. Because you're not a 58-year-old man who has a mind of your own.
Right. I can promise you this. Lou is always, first and foremost, Lou hates the Dabbleverse. I will say that I think I know Lou pretty enough that he doesn't want to get involved with the Stutter and John stuff. None of that. Lou wants to have good conversation. Talk about, he wants to sit down and we want to talk about our show that's coming up September 15th, a show that we both enjoy. And that's Sylvester Stallone's new show. He wants
Did you watch that trailer yet?
No, I don't think I have. They got come with the new trailer?
It is in your DM and Twitter. I just
it is?
up a little bit. It's there. Yo, it looks badass this season.
Is it the new trailer pertaining to season 2?
Yes.
Oh, they finally made it. Okay, good.
Yes.
The one I was seeing was all number 1. I mean, this is a great series. Lou's a movie guy. Lou's a sports guy. Lou wants to just have good conversation. You know.
I also did finish watching Beverly Hills Cop 4.
I started to watch it at my daughter's house.
Finish it, man. Finish it. It is fucking great.
But just the fact they brought everybody back. Everybody's alive still. That was amazing.
I watched it the other night because we discussed it and all that stuff. And so, I watched it through. I'm like, yo, this has the nostalgia feel.
Absolutely, man.
And it was a fun watch.
Yeah.
So, like I said, just watch it.
Did they bring the original chief back for Detroit? His original boss was there too. Did he get a part?
Yeah, he has a part in it too.
He was really a chief with the Detroit Police Department. You know that, right?
That I did not know.
Yeah, he had to check the history facts on that. The guy that played his boss in Beverly Hills Cop 1, 2, and 3, the guy that that he would go get on the phone with, he would have to call back to Detroit to talk to Inspector Todd. Inspector Todd, I believe was his name. Inspector Todd was really with the Detroit Police Department. He was a real police officer, and that's what made the movie so original. But to see Taggart and everybody's still alive, that's amazing. And his old partner Jeffrey become the chief. He's the new inspector. He's the new boss, getting ready to retire. That's classic, man. What I didn't like was the one that he did. 20 years later. What's the one where he was the prince? What's that one?
Oh, Coming to America 2?
I did not. I thought that was really lame. I really thought they didn't pull it off. I didn't like it. But Beverly Hills Cop 4 or whatever they're calling it, money. It's money. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Coming to America 2.
I was not.
Beverly Hills Cop was a great movie. They actually had Eddie Murphy in that. Yeah, and I like what they did with the story. Like, and they he didn't like the original story. When they added the daughter aspect to it, that's when he became on board. Those were the words out of his mouth.
Yeah.
But, it brought a sense of something to it. Yeah. Rob Saul and Jim Grindle were accusing Shuli of being a pedophile yesterday on the Saul show.
Well, I
don't agree with that. That's Saul trying to capitalize on what's going on to be this so-called villain of the Dabbleverse. But when you're a fucking idiot, what sense do you really have?
I mean, there's your new Duke. There's your new Duke right there. That's the guy that should be the Duke of the Dabbleverse. He wants it bad enough. He wants to be John's good friend, and and like John, if John don't come back, he leaves people in the wind like that. Like I said, I made my peace with Rob Saul for my own personal reason. You understand? Strictly had nothing to do with anything with the Dabbleverse. I got nothing bad to say about the guy. I'll never talk about the guy. Wish him nothing but success. You understand? Now, I don't agree with anything he'll be saying like that to Shuli. It's not my place. I'm not part of his show. I'm not. All I know is I made my peace, and I don't have nothing bad to say. I moved on from that. Now, I met Grindle for the first time, and he seems like a totally different guy. As far as a radio personnel, I always thought Jim Grindle had a great voice. Do I agree with what he does? No, I don't. A lot of stuff I don't. Is it my business? No, it's not. It's really not, unless he brings it to my channel. And I don't think there's a mutual respect that he's not going to bounce on me because I would show the respect not to bounce on them. So it's like anything else. I've had my crack and fights with them. I fought with Luke Goodabine. I went after him, and it was just stupid. It was stupid. Okay, the only one that I need to worry about is Joe Catalano TV, and my chatter and my people here that really enjoy this and really want to be here, and to build good friendships and good relationships, and take the fans' ideas, take your ideas. And like I said, if you guys got talent, you could send me anything. I respond to everything. We got a few people in here that are a little hard, but like I said, he said it best. Never saw a chat room this organized, and we pride ourselves. I've seen many of you guys say we got the best chat room. We do. It's small, but guess what? It's growing. It's ours, and I love that. That's what I love.
So Cupcake is saying, I believe Dial John, Joey, we're not going to give Rob Saul that attention. He doesn't deserve it.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I made peace for personal reasons to make myself feel that I'm a better person. Well, I don't wish he had no ill will.
I believe where Cupcake's going with that is they don't want to give Rob the Duke title because
okay. No, I'm just saying that I don't see it really fits for me. I'm just saying there's a guy that would accept. I would just make it an observation. I agree with Cupcake. I agree with him. But I mean, I'm just saying there's a guy that would probably take it graciously. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he would take it and try to run with it, but
but me, I don't know. Listen, I trust Shuli. Shuli at the end of the day is not going to hurt me. I promise you that. He will not. He came up to me. He said, "Come over here. I want to talk to you," because he knows my temper. He knows my feelings. I get in my face. He said, "Come here, Mr. C and Joey. I got to talk." We were at Dabblecon too. We're all comedians. There's going to be some roast. Joey, you're going to get roasted pretty good by a couple of us. I hope you can understand. It's all fun and games of love. I said, Shuli, go for it. I rolled on the floor at everyone that roasted me. I was laughing my ass off. I thought it was so good. It was funny. And like I said, I had my moment. I didn't run with it. I properly got up when I was asked to raise up. I went like this to everybody, and I sat down. It wasn't about Joe Catalano. It wasn't. What I could say is that what was successful for me is I got in front of people that really had misguidance on what they felt about me as a person. And
so they had mixed feelings.
They had mixed feelings, or they just didn't understand me. But to sit with me for a weekend and get to talk to me and see that this guy's got class. This guy knows how to act in public. This guy knows his place. I didn't try to do any. Even Rocco said it. It was a pleasure. I didn't really realize how pleasurable to hang out with the Catalanos it could be. It was because I'm not looking to overstep anybody. I appreciate everything that was said. I've got, yes, a lot of people wanted to take pictures. A lot of people asked me to sign stuff. But that was nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me, Dabblecon 2. Was for the fans and Stutter and John. That's what it was about. The fans that hate Stutter and John, it was put together for them. It was put together very well. I'm reading views that it was a failure. Butter and Jay said the failure. It was not a failure. It definitely was not a failure. They did a remarkable job. They had one problem with loading video that Joe put together, spent a lot of time putting together this segment. And for somehow, when Vinny had technical issues to get it out there, they never could recover it. That was the only thing that was wrong. The Dabby Awards, with the way they do it, is so funny. The roast are funny. Everybody did a remarkable job. I give them an AA plus on it. And for me to be there with the fans as a fan and to make friends, I was happy as hell.
Yes, Joey was there.
Oh, I don't know how we can say I was there. No, he said you were there, low-cow Joey. See, whatever you say. One thing I'm not a low-cow. Never was, never will be. All right. So,
anyone see TSN last night? 3 super chats saying Joey big time them. It was all in jokes.
Never big time anybody. I laughed. I was receptacle to everything. I enjoyed it. Never that big time anybody. Now, one person came up to me. Not one person came up to me. Was I a jerk to? One person said, "Is it okay? Okay, come on over here, man. Sit down, talk. Let's have a blast. Man, take a picture with you. You don't got to ask, buddy. Take whatever you want." Very humble to everybody. So you could. First of all, were you there, Moby Imholt? Were you there? Were you there? Were you there? Because I don't think you were. I know the people that were there.
Yes, the super chats were joking.
Oh, that was I assume. I don't know. I haven't seen TSN. I don't know. All I know is Bob Levy was very genuine to me, and everybody that applauded was all genuine as well. When they showed me on screen with John during the Dabby Awards, the very first time, everybody turned and looked at Joey. See, you the man. You the man. You know. Bottom line is, if you don't forget about how I annihilated John when I went on, when Shirley told me to go on and just rip him apart, I think I did a pretty good job of it when John and I had a shouting match. So,
Hulk match. My inner Shinana, they were just said as jokes. Mike Morse said we all like Joey.
Mike Morse was quoted saying he would have loved to sit down and go have lunch with me, just him and I. Mike was so nice to me, and Mike has always been nice to me in the past, you know. And I really appreciate a guy like Mike Shitty Internet. Here's a guy that really cares. Every morning, good morning, how are you, sir? How you doing, Joey? Don't forget to take your medicine, buddy. There's a guy just giving me a friendly reminder because he knows
you'll forget.
I'll forget, or I'll try to not do it and try to escape to it when he knows I need it. That's a friend. That's a true friend. Forget about how he supports the channel financially. Forget about all that. He cares as a friend that I take this every day. That to me melts me in every way possible. So, that's all I'm saying. You know, call me a low-cow, that's fine. I say it myself. I'm a grifter. I'm a beggar. Like it or love it, I don't care. What I like, I do it. I don't care. But I am entertaining, and I will get better. And I don't even claim to be anything good. I'm still at the very bottom. You know, I'm trying to build. I'm trying to show all my good quality traits that I have, and I have many. But I've got to take baby steps. I got to crawl. Must crawl. I must crawl each adventure until I feel we're there. When I sit here and I say, here's my take right now. If I was to have a meeting right now with everybody, my wife, Lou, and even if, let's say, Kai was back, and Kai was even willing to go in that meeting, and everybody was here, and let's say Kahuna was there, and if I was to say, are we getting successful? You know what I tell them? We're fucking not successful. You want to know why? I got 1,000 gifted memberships. You see the number? 1,000 gifted memberships. We are failures. As of right now, we're failing. If I wanted to go brass tacks and business-wise, I'm fucking failing miserably. I don't care if 700 never even heard of me. They got a free membership. We should fund somehow to tap into that emotion to get them to become more. I fail at every corner with 20, 40 people when I got 1,000 memberships out there. But no, I don't think I'm successful. I don't even think I'm close.
Thank you, Joey. I like you too, Lou.
Thank you.
Let's see what else here.
I'm real. I'll always keep it real with you.
Tell us how you make money, Joey. Pay you to do ridiculous stuff. That's right. How you'll make money, Joey, doing ridiculous stuff.
That's exactly right. And B. Dabbler said that. Being real, being hard, doing ridiculous
making
stuff.
Bank. You're gonna make That's it. Hey, you'll be the low-cow, but they're going to pay you $10,000 and above.
You know, I'm not going to say I'm the best at anything. I'm not going to say I'm the star. I got a resume. You know what? So what? I went on Shuley's and I let my wife punch me in the face. I put on a bra for $200. I sold my soul for $200. Okay, if that's what you believe. You know.
Good morning, Gashes. How you doing today, buddy? I'll keep my load in my pants. I saw your comment earlier. You freak.
Doom says it best. Real Joey is the best Joey. That's all I know how to be. Yes, I get it. When I was with John and really was trying to believe that John was a good guy, a lot of people that really didn't like that. But I got great DMs from them, Joey. You really seem like you're a good person. I can tell. I can see some qualities in you. Getting mixed up with John, man. Don't do this to yourself, man. He's going to destroy you. You're going to get so much hate from this. I had a lot of people come forth and say, please, I don't want to sit here and trash you and talk down to you when I can see that you're a good human being. Please don't. Believe me, I had it from all works aside. The minute I locked up with John is when my troubles happened. It really did. That's when the worst of the worst turned for me, right? And I was very open about it. I tried to be his sincere friend. I tried to see the good in Stutter and John. I didn't believe nobody. I believed that I was the one that could bring out the best in them. And I was wrong. I was wrong.
I believe last month you bought a 20-pack, correct?
I bought last month with Kai. I bought several 10-packs.
It was 2 10-packs. You bought 20.
Yeah, I think I bought 20 total. I gave out with money I put back in. But I'm just saying it doesn't matter. That's not what I'm saying. My point is that's number there compared to what was gifted out there. 1,000 people have memberships to this channel. It doesn't matter who gifted them. I will put money back into it as much as I can. But what I'm saying, there's 1,000 out there. If I should say I'm successful with people that gave their hard-earned money, but they know it's going to take time to grow, and so I'm grateful for that. It's grateful. It's people that really love us to say you deserve to make a little money, Joey.
At the end of the day, no matter how it's given, it's one day renew.
I'm just saying it takes nobody to say that. I'm just saying if I'd be lying to say I'm successful with 22 people here. Knowing that there's 1,000 people out there that have a free membership to this channel. That's not success there, right there. That's me. I have to tap into those people and say, come on over and give us a chance. I've got to find half those people I don't even know. Half the people on the list, I don't even recognize them. But tell you, I don't even know who they are.
And that's the audience you need to capture.
True.
When they come watch an episode of something, that's the person that's going to be like, oh, I like this. I'm going to stay.
There's 700 on that list. I've never seen their name before in my life. I'm being honest.
Like Flex says, some will renew.
Some will. As long as you can provide the entertainment. That's the key. As long as the donors are going to keeping that up, to keep the numbers up by putting the people that do donate. Miss Kitty, her heart, some days 80, 100, some days 25, consistently 40 every week, consistently. And Deadpool, let's not forget Deadpool. If those people continue to show the love, it'll always be the same. It'll always stay. It'll always catch up to be the high number. But what I'm saying is, I have to tap into those gifted memberships and find these people somehow and at least get them to come over and try to get a look at us. Not saying they're going to stay. I'm not saying they're going to renew. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that that's a pathetic number compared to what's out there in free memberships. And if you think I think that's success, I don't. That's what my whole point. That's how humble. I can't get no humbler than this.
And what content are you doing special for your members? That's all a work in progress.
All work in progress. I want to do so much for you guys. I mean, I look at other shows. How many people really do a members only to have members? Not many. They don't do nothing. I've done 2 members onlys. I want to do something special. I'm learning as I go. I have to learn. I have to go look at other shows and see what they do in members only. I have to get memberships to see exactly what do they provide. I go and look what they don't provide nothing. They don't really provide anything. And they don't. What do they provide?
That's on them to figure it out.
There's a lot of them that don't. Now, Shuli and Joe, they upload the voice part of it, upload under their, I believe under their Patreon, I believe. I had a great Patreon going. And then when I first got monetized, I just, you can't
never stop the Patreon. Yes, you can.
But Hackwright told me, big mistake.
Yep.
You run, that's your business is Patreon. YouTube could knock you at any time. This is not a business here. He's right.
Mm-hmm.
I could go at any time and just, I want to break down all the videos into audio. I want to offer all the audio just to members. Right now, every membership can have every. My Patreon, I was faithfully loading up audio. I've got to do all this. I've got to learn. I'm learning. That's why when you guys make suggestions, I love it. When you guys tell me, hey, can we get this? I will go out, bend over. I've got 900 videos that I got to cut up. I started doing shorts. You get the AI software with StreamYard on some of them. You got to understand, if you go over the hours, they don't save any of your live shows. StreamYard don't. They don't save them to where you can do that. And right now, I think I'm 300 hours over. So anything that's being done is not being saved where I can chop it up and do stuff.
Oh, you're gonna have to go through it and delete what you don't want.
Right. There's a lot of old stuff that I could cut up and people would love it privately. I want to do I don't shut. One thing about me, I answer everybody. I don't big league nobody. I respond to everybody, man. I really do. I have to learn. It's all a learning process for me.
See, the plan is to do a members only stream. What is it? Saturday nights between 9 and 10 p.m.
Saturday nights is what my goal has been. Yeah.
So he's doing that, and then maybe there'll be a tier. The most expensive tier. Maybe he gets a one-on-one session with Joey sometime during the week. Right. So those are things that you can work out.
Now, we could put that back for a minute, Lou. Yes, I know Cardiff does a lot. So it's all the time. It's just not live. What do you mean it's not live? I don't understand.
They don't do the shows live. Like, you know how you do your members only stream live?
Uh-huh.
So I believe Cupcake is saying that they'll do members stuff, but it is not live.
You mean pre-recorded stuff, Cupcake?
They're probably doing pre-recorded
stuff. They just pre-record it and then throw it up for them to see only, like no one else seen it? Is that what you're saying?
Probably. I believe that's what he's going with that.
That's something I can relate to. Like, just do recordings and do some stuff.
You can do that. There's so much shit you can do. It's just there's only but so many hours in a day.
Right.
What's going to be different about the members only streams? Well, I mean, these
are
things.
What do you want it to be different? Give me ideas. I'm learning as we go. Cupcake just gave me a great idea. I didn't know that's how they did it. That's something I will be glad to do. I'll go and do a recording on Saturday. I'll invite my wife, or I'll invite Spider. I'll invite Lou. I'll invite Kai. Well, whoever wants to come and do this with me. Okay? And we'll put something together. It's stuff that no one will see but you. I have no problem with that. But I have to be, in all fairness, you can't just shut me down and say, what do you I will offer. I want to try to offer.
You got to do some live stuff because look,
right.
Flex is saying that will piss people off if you just do pre-recorded stuff. Pre-recorded is
how is people doing that? I don't understand that, Flex. Am I misunderstanding Cupcake? He's saying they don't do live stuff, so I'm lost here. Now you got me confused. I'm really confused here. I'm not the rocket scientist you guys think I am. I'm
yes.
Sorry,
Mason.
I'm back with a little shaking. Oh my God, Mason.
Yeah,
you're way stronger than that, Mason. I know that for a fact. So come on.
Cupcake stand for members, yes.
Cupcake. So I'm lost here. Flex said it wouldn't be a good idea, would piss people off. Cupcake saying that's how they do it. So,
well, that's you know what? It is one of those where you got to figure out your members. Shuli has had members for who knows how long.
Long time.
So his group knows what they get when they're doing what they do.
So
you're going to build your members. Like, some can be pre-recorded, some can be live, some can have one-on-one time with you on a show. Those are things you're going to fine-tune, work out, and go forward with. Because you got 3 different tiers.
Thank you. And I agree with you. But guys, tell me, act like you're my partner here and tell me what would make me stand out for having better stuff for the memberships. Give me ideas. I'll write them down. I'll do whatever it takes to make you happy. Like Flex said, I won't pay for that. I don't want that. I don't want Flex to go out with a sour taste and say that. I don't want that.
You're right.
I want Flex to say I'm proud of it.
Right.
I like renewing my membership. That's what I want. It's like Cupcake said at the end of the day. You could have 10,000 gifted memberships. If they're not renewing, yes, you're getting paid. You're making bank, yes. But it's not. You're not building. I understand that part.
You're going to get your live members only stream.
Right. So
he's not saying he's going to book everything. No,
I didn't say that. I was just going by what Cupcake was trying to put up there.
Ideas.
Ask about it. What does this mean? Joey, what do you mean build your memories? You got like 6,000 subscribers. Dude, I'm not saying that, Cupcake. What I'm saying is you got 6,000 subscribers, sir, but I don't have 6,000 people paid members, that are buying memberships. What I'm saying is I'm blessed by having gifted membership by the people that donate the gifted membership. That's the but how do I keep what can I be uniquely different from all the other shows that are on top of their game? What can Catalan TV do that'll be special that would really intrigue my memberships people to keep it's like you, Cupcake. If you really dig something, you have no problem with showing out. I'm saying with any other show, if you're really digging it and you're really getting what you want out of it, you have no problem paying that money for the membership, right? You will do it gladly, right? So what can I do at Catalan TV to get these people to have that kind of attitude? I want to pay. That's all I'm asking. I'm asking for help to build. Help me build it.
The dollar tier gets, I would say, a weekly members only stream.
All right.
I don't remember what the middle tier, how much that one is.
It's $99.99, $2.99.
Okay, so the $2 tier can get, maybe some FaceTime with you, behind the scenes, a day in the life of what Joey's up to, and then your $3 tier. Well, shit, we could hold 10 members on the stream, right? Well, you'll pick 8 random people or 7 random people to come on a show with you and have a conversation. Those are just little simple things you can do to keep the members engaged and coming back for more.
I did ask people to email me. I wouldn't mind, on the higher tier to have a phone call with them or have a a Zoom meeting with all the top people of the tiers that have a once a month where everybody's in a Zoom and just shoot the shit and on screen, something not live, but just something for us. I wanted to do that, but nobody wants to come up and nobody responded to it. So, that's all I'm saying, man. Listen, I'm willing to do what I need to do. I'm willing to do all that.
You have all sorts of material right outside your door, Joey. You can do
truth
or dare with hookers and pimps, spin the bottle.
So we understand. I know how to make the content for everyday screaming. What I'm asking, what can make me different and better for my members that want to buy memberships every month, that don't want to sit here and just get gifted, that want to buy because they want to be part of it. What can I do different in each tier? Lou just gave me some idea. All I'm asking is, tell me. Please, your input means everything. That's all I'm saying. That's all. Look, help me understand it.
Mason's correct here. Joey, it's imperative you do a weekly members only show. At least one. Make it different than your usual stream.
Right. So like Cupcake is an original. I'm not trying to take the Cupcake. The postcard thing is genius. Now, if I was to say I go make postcards with a picture of me or the Catalan TV, and they get a postcard every month, is Cupcake going to say you're stealing my idea? I mean, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just saying it's a genius idea what he invented. Well, or do I do like I said, where someone could come on, get a shout out every week if someone's a talent, we plug them. They get special privileges there. All I'm saying is I'm willing to do whatever it takes to get you to say he's worth paying that $1.99. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
You sell your shows network to Spotify.
I just say the numbers here and what is out there in gifted membership. If you think I'm a success, I'm going to call you. You're nuts. 28 versus 1,000 gifted membership is not success. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so Joey, if you seriously want to make money with members only streams, you got to be like Perry Caravello.
I yell like Perry. I could be angry, crazy, man. I've done that. Okay. Listen, all I was told, the one thing that I've heard most from everybody in the same
here you go.
Be consistent.
Find something outside the Dabbleverse to react to.
Which I agree with Flex 100%. Every time I try to go in that direction, I get pulled back into this shit. I want to be unique. I don't want to do the same. I want to be original. I want to be the real me like I try to give you every day. I want the connection there, most of anything. Okay, Cupcake. Yeah, you can do that when you have more gifted membership. That actually pays memberships like Frankfurter. He has a member But right. That's what I'm talking about. That's Cupcake. There's 700 people I never seen, and then there's 300 people that have a membership that hate my guts. You understand? So I don't want if listen, if that's all I'm saying. That's my whole point. This number versus the gifted memberships, no success. Not successful. Not successful. Very appreciative. And I want to keep it going. I hope the donors show that love every month. But the thing is, I want to turn that into something because one, the people are being kind to do this, so I want to give them something to show for.
That's an idea. Well, Gash just said here, send out stickers. Get with a company that can make you some stickers.
Okay. What kind of
Joey
stickers?
C?
Pictures of me? Of what?
Yeah. In the streets with Joey C. These are ideas. You've got
right. I like this.
You've got little things that you can work with. My shitty internet.
Now that we're starting to get YouTube money in, I will be. The other thing, do you guys know? Have you guys had any dealings with companies? Do you guys got any suggestions who I could do this with? Do you know anybody that does this? Of course, I want to do quality, but I also want to. Just because quality should be the most important thing, it doesn't have to be the most expensive. Because sometimes the most expensive don't mean you get quality. But
that's a problem. That's a problem, my shitty internet, because he has to have food with some of his medication.
What happened now? I say you do.
So he's saying, I say do an in real life stream where you fast for a whole day at home, Joey. No food, only water. If you do need food, your wife chooses. You don't get to choose. 24-hour time limit.
And stream that is what he's saying.
Yes.
That's a great idea, Mike. I mean, these are things that I could understand. But my thing is, do we do this
all right,
live?
So here's what Cupcake is saying about Perry. No, Joey, it's not the yelling. It's the doing stupid stuff for money, like dyeing your hair pink, like wearing weird clothes, eating weird foods for money. That's how Perry makes his money, not by yelling.
I got you. I've worn a lot of weird stuff, haven't I? I'm willing.
Going to the buffet and streaming it, and all right, chatters, you pick what I'm going to eat.
Right,
but you're paying me, XYZ for this.
I mean, at best, Cupcake. You were there firsthand, and I was all over the place and greener than a whip 13 months ago. I have made great leaps to be better at some point here. I mean, obviously, it's just not. It's not the worst no more, but it's not the best. But I shown that I can do this. That I could be born for this. I can do this. I can. No, I don't think anybody could talk longer and better than me as far as length of talking. I think I could outlast anybody in that department. So we know I got that. Like Pat Dixon said, that motherfucker's got he ain't afraid of shy. He ain't camera shy. He just talk your fucking ass off for hours. He's got that going for him. Those are all qualities he said to be. The point is the acceptance. Pat Dixon said, can he get the acceptance and the love that as much as he got the hate? Can he get that? Can he balance that? He's right. That's the key.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the restroom.
Okay, buddy. So yes, and like I said, Cupcake, I don't want Cupcake. A lot of people think that me and Cupcake, we don't hate each other at all. He just knows how to wind me up and go with it. I mean, remember when I was just always calm and he come in, he goes, thank me, Joey, for bringing back a little bit of the old Joey C. You can thank me later. It needs to be done. I understand everything you guys are saying. It's about the craziness. I get it. And I'm willing to go the extra mile. I'm willing to show. People do say that I do create content. Hackwright has been preaching this to me for 7 months. It's time to do shows now. It's time to be creative. It's time to do it for the fans. I agree 110% with each and every one. You should do a $100 tier. No, really? I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, that would be like people would really tear me up on that one. Why would I want to? Who would pay $100 to want to come by me? No, I can't even. It's hard enough to get people to renew it at 99 cents. I mean, Chad Sumac. Don't get me wrong. I'm not his biggest fan, but he does have a resume. It don't matter if he's shitty or not. He still has a resume. I don't. I'm not a comedian. He's got a resume. That's why the first of all, why he won't talk to me is because I'm a nobody. But that's not a reason not to talk to somebody and learn somebody. Chad Zumach is making a mistake by not wanting to stream with me. I think he's making a very bad mistake. And I never overstepped my bounds, said I was better than him in any way, shape, or form. He's got the credentials. I don't got nothing compared to that. But he can't sit there and say, he begs to differ, that, I am part of the devil. He begs to differ that I'm just a nobody. That's not true either. That's not true. He's wrong there. Whether it's trolling or hate, Brennan, he shows nothing but ball busted and low-call moves towards me, but he gives me a lot of publicity. He used to anyhow. Pete Dabbler, Tukey, as much as they crown on me, which is what makes everybody think that you're just their amusement. That's fine. Good publicity, bad publicity, it's all good. It's what keeps my name out there. And me doing and being real and the connection I made. Listen, everybody that does truly know me, I've earned and worked and proved to them that I'm worthy of them really being my friend. I give my phone number, my real. They don't have my Google Voice. They don't have a number that is just for them. They have my actual real cell phone. I don't get no substitute. So, so it's just, I will always be real. I can't take that away. That's why I didn't run with. That's why when I agreed to do the work, and when it got to where it was just going to be stupid and make me look ridiculously dumb, I had to put a halt into it and show it's not working. He won't concede to it. He keeps thinking that he's going to come in and save the day. And what is he going to save? He didn't contribute nothing. He's only been here 3 weeks. That's all the man put in was 15 shows. So not enough to our numbers at 15 shows were steadily going up. They weren't numbers. Okay. My whole point is everybody liked him because he's a great straight man. He didn't yes me. I don't want no one to yes me. I don't want no one to be phony to me. I want someone that's going to fucking argue with me and fucking call me out. Cupcake does. By all right, the man that should be my host, the guy that does it perfectly is Cupcake. There should be my co-host.
Yeah.
Because he'll never give in to me. Ever. He'll always find and good at it to pick me apart.
So here's my to the internet. I got another idea. How about you and Cupcake both debate each other on certain movies you guys know about? Lou should be the referee of these debates.
Anything with Cupcake will be great because he'll never give me any relief on anything.
And then Mason with this idea. I vote Joey doing steel toe coverage on a member's show. Man. It's overdone, but want to know his opinion on Aaron.
What opinion? I don't know nothing about this guy.
Yeah, but that's why you do a members only coverage on him. So you watch a couple of his episodes, or you watch a show and you talk about it.
I mean, you want my opinion? I mean, what I've seen of him. Here's a guy that was married to a woman. They were obviously they were in the swapping couples. Here. Let me tell you something. Any man or any woman that thinks by being married and you let your woman go fuck another dick, nothing good's gonna come out of that. You understand? Nothing's good. If you think it's okay to have an open relationship and wife swap, or you go, let me tell you something. When she gets better dick than you're giving her, you're in trouble right off the gate, buddy.
Oh, so they were swingers.
They were swingers.
Oh, you gotta know how to swing. You can't put attachment to it.
If you could let another man fucking stick his dick in your woman, don't tell me you love that woman. Deep down, don't tell me you do.
Well, you can love your person, and it can be more of a, you can satisfy your woman one way, but she needs that extra gratitude.
You know it's gonna go bad, Luke. That motherfucker lays that dick on her. What's gonna happen?
You fuck.
Seriously, beyond. We're human beings here.
Yeah,
if she
that
gets
is
the right man and experience things that she's gone. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Love is out the door.
Especially in a freshly new relationship, you can't do that. You guys gotta build that hardship and all that other good stuff, because you know what? Like you just said it. If they were married for a year and she takes another dick that's digging it down better, she gonna leave this fool.
She did. She already proved it.
Well, I'm just saying
So here's the thing.
We're branching it out to like just reality. It's no.
I would never want to watch another man put something inside my wife and me sit there and watch it and think I'm going to enjoy it. I'd kill that person.
If you sat there and watched it, you're a cuck.
Exactly. Now I understand there's circumstances like women that are married to rich old guys who can't do nothing performance-wise, and they want their wife to perform. They sit behind a glass mirror and they get their rocks off that way. That's a whole different ballgame. Okay, that's a whole different ballgame. You know,
you could do an advice show, Joey.
You know, I just, and the funny thing is, my wife and I talked about that in our very beginning relationship. I said, could you ever be a swinger? And she said, if I ever saw another woman going down on you, I'd kill that bitch and you too. And I'm like, thank God you're the right, because I could never do that. I just couldn't do it. It would crush me too much. And she would there's no way for me. Now, what he did it for, I don't ever think the relationship was stable. I think he had, from what I understand, I think he has deep feelings for his first wife still. Whenever there's kids involved, the way it was with what's his Nick? How do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce his name? Rikeda? Is that right? Rikeda, whatever the hell his name is.
I don't know who the woman is.
He got his kids back. That's wonderful because he's a lawyer and he spread the right money around. Does that mean the kids belong there? If they were truly exposed to drugs in their hair, you're a fucking idiot. That's all I'm going to tell you. Don't give me that, we don't do drugs in front of kids. You fucking are stupid enough to fucking touch your kids on their skin knowing you touched your coke drugs. What do you think? It's not going to seep their pores? And those poor kids go and get a test, are innocent. And what if they had a 16-year-old and was driving and got in an accident? He tested positive for cocaine. Do you know that he goes to prison for killing somebody because you touched his hair and he didn't do drugs? You think the courts care about that? No. That's my whole point. You understand? Now, steel toe, I see he for 13 years or 10 years, he has had a goal for 10 years that he's been on and never not had his goal. There's a guy that's got talent. He fooled people for 10 years to make his goal. That takes talent. I mean, he did it. He hasn't failed at it. So, I mean, like I said, I don't know nothing about Aaron to sit there. I could watch him, sure, and I can make but it's not going to be nothing. As far as the kids, I'm going to say my opinion.
Well, now, always leave the kids out of it.
I tried to, but they brought them into it. Those kids were put away because they tested positive for drugs, which they don't even probably know what a drug is. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Did he stand up and did he break away from that? He claims he did. At the end of the day, do we really know this? Do we really know what goes on in that house? No. Do we really know how April is? For all we know, April could be right next to him at home privately, and this could all be a work. We don't know this. Truthfully, do we know this? You don't.
Have Joey watch Toad PhD so he can learn how to do a good advice show.
Good what?
Watch Toad PhD so you can learn how to do a good advice show.
Good advice. I could give a lot of good advice to people. I mean, my thing is I want to help people.
That was an idea.
It's a great idea. I want to learn. The day I say I don't learn, I might as well hang it up. Dad sees you performing. Well, you could open up with him. Why don't you start doing open mics, Joey? I mean, I do have the stage presence. I was told I have very good stage presence.
But again, you're not a comedian.
I'm not a comedian. Never claimed to be. Never. You can't teach a guy at 58 years old to be a comedian. Mike Morris seems to think he could make me some kind of funny because he has a comedy school. He teaches people. He told you he could probably give me. He could write me 5 minutes of to be funny. But the point is,
learn it. Sure, anybody can.
I got to be able to deliver it, timing, everything. I got to learn how to deliver it as a comedian. I probably won't be able to do that. That's going to be the hard part. Can I remember the jokes? Sure, I could probably do that. Will I say them properly or they're funny? I don't think I can deliver it. I don't think I would be able to. That's going to be the part that's not going to be funny.
This is a show right here for you, Joey. This advice show, a different topic of the show. One cooking, one dating, one baseball. We'll never ask you for football advice because you obviously don't watch football.
I don't watch football. I mean, I don't try to talk about things I don't know about. I do know this.
But,
I do know this.
And then
I've got plenty of files on Stutter and John, and everybody's like, give it to Shuli, give it to Carl. Why would I want to give anything I have private on John? If I ever do make it big and decide to go and do a show on John, wouldn't I keep it for myself for the Dabbleverse? Wouldn't I? I mean, that would make more sense. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to give that away?
So Ferndog says,
That's
ask
fine
Brent
to do what I want to do with it.
Hatley.
And as right now, I have no desire to trash John. I have no desire. He gets enough of that. He don't need me coming out with any intimate secrets I know about him. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. So I'm not that way. John don't bother me. He leaves me alone. I leave him alone. That's simple. He doesn't even talk about me. You know, he's the guy's an idiot. I think he's the dumbest guy in the world. He's not smart, and I think he likes it. I think he enjoys being brutalized every day. I think Shuli and Carl, they did a very, very good job on doing him in. Plains hands down. Unfortunately, you know, what come out now, John's going to use to his advantage. Muddy and Jay's pumping it up on Twitter. You know, the half-ass job they did at DabbleCon. It was not. It was very professional on DabbleCon. When let me tell you, everybody that was there enjoyed themselves. I don't see one person walking away disappointed. Very done professionally. Now John's going to use this. Is this John's? This might be John's comeback. I'm surprised Vince the lawyer ain't used it all over the internet yet. You know, but
so here's a good one. Child wants to know who's your Mount Rushmore of the Dabbleverse.
My Mount Rushmore of the Dabbleverse. Who do I think? Be honest with you, Rocco. Be honest with you. Talent.
3 more.
Talent.
3 more.
Who is your
Mount Rushmore is 4.
Right.
So you got 3 more.
By far, I give it to Tukey and Rocco in Alpha Replay. I think OJ brings a lot of talent. Be honest with you. I think OJ is unique all by himself. Cardiff is a star. Cardiff is a star in my book.
Well, because Rocco is what Tukey and whoever else you mentioned. So he's 3 and 1.
But my top dog to be the head spot on the deck would be Bob Levy all the way, hands down.
There you go. You named 4. So Cupcake tells you, Joey, if you make it big, Joey, if you've got stuff on Stuttering John that no one else has, what do you think is going to make you big? Dude, seriously, sometimes you're just not very bright, Joey.
That's not what I said. I said if I ever made it big.
No, what he's saying, if you want to make it big, you start talking about that stuff.
I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not. Because most likely I'm never going to indulge it. It's going to go to my grave with me. I'm just not about. He's got enough people trashing him. I don't need to add to that. He doesn't bother me. You know, he don't. I don't bother him. It's over.
The best way to acquire a catalytic converter show. Yeah, Joey was out on the streets robbing catalytic converters.
I want it to naturally grow and see what I could do by just me being from my heart and to make the connection with you guys. I don't need to go off with John that way. Shuli and Carl had cause to do what they did. John tried to attack them personally in many ways. John don't bother.
Mason's 4 is Cardiff, Carl, Shuli, Stuttering John.
Yeah. Bob Levy. TSN, of course, is always my favorite. But I'm talking. You asked me Bob Levy. I'm just going over all how Bob Levy, the respect he has, how hardly anybody talks. You ever hear anybody say anything bad about Bob Levy? Bob Levy is a kind, generous. Listen, if you want me to sit here, then I would have to put all my favorite people and all my friends in there. Okay, I'm talking talent-wise. The two people that I think are the most down-to-earth, real talent, and I give it to Rocco and Bob Levy, man. Those are the guys I think would be my Mount Rushmore. Okay, Shuli, I think the world of Shuli and TSN. They're all professionally talented. Carl knows how I feel about him. Okay, you know, Carl knows that I think the world of Carl. Okay, but if I sit here and just name my friends because they support me, that's not going to be real. Bob Levy and Rocco. Rocco trashes me more than anybody, but I think he's talented. WATP is great. I started going back and reading on Carl, how long he's been around and the things he's done. Carl's done a lot of great things. You know, he's been around. He's done big cities. The Detroit thing is because he does a radio show once a week in Detroit on radio. Is why he has this is what Carl told me. That's why he has Grant told me this. Why he has his brother has a following. I mean, Carl is a top earner. He does a lot of shows. He travels. You know, he just does everything right. And Shuli put together from ground up a formula that is unbelievably great. I think they get the best show in the history Other Dabbleverse, Uncle Rico show and the BS show were my two favorite shows all time. So just do I think Rocco sucks by himself? I do. I do. Do I see other people stumbling by themselves? I have. Do I think Melton's the best in that business by himself? The best, hands down. Doing a show by himself, hand down. And Melton fucking talked more trash about me than anybody, but he knows how to do a fucking show, And he's a different person in person. Melton's a laid back guy, man. He really is.
Yeah, go figure. Talk so much shit about you, but as soon as you guys get to an event, hey Joey, what's up?
But he don't like negativity around him. He tell you, he'll walk away. He'll just like, be happy, let's have fun.
Man, for a man that doesn't like negativity, he likes to spew it a lot.
That's his show, though. That's like you said. That's all on the mic. He doesn't like that in his regular life. He walks away from it. I watched him do it just the other day. Don't be talking negative stuff. Understand it's a show. This is what I do to make my living. And when you look at it the right way, I should have probably went in feet first instead of backwards on a lot of shit that I did. I probably would have saved a lot of shit to be, but I did. I came out the way I did. I'm not going to change that. Okay, it worked for what I did, and I think I'm in a great position now to grow. But baby steps, baby steps. This has got to be more right here. This number here got to be more. I got to go to the next level consistently, 100, 150 every show, and do that and grow that by doing consistent shows, by being loyal. The fans all say one thing, no matter what end of the day, be consistent, be on time, continue doing your show, and you'll get what's gonna come. That's all they ask.
Luke says Melton is almost too predictable now.
He is. I agree. I mean, he's been doing it a long time. He's been on since 2006, I believe.
I'm not putting that one up. Gaseous is saying WATP is his favorite show.
I think Carl does a wonderful job. Good choice. Great choice. Carl is a great guy. He's kind. He likes you, and you show him respect. He gives it to you. He's always treated me well.
Okay. Here's a good question from Dr. Chow. What are 3 benchmarks you are looking to achieve to get to the next level, Joey?
What are 3 benchmarks? Well, to continue to grow with the chatters. I think it's very important that I continue to show realness and that we make the connection. I don't think that we can grow anywhere without growing in the chat room. We must know the people to take us serious. That we like someone said, if you're going to argue, make sure your arguments are not phony. If you're going to come out screaming, make sure you're angry for a reason. That's the most important. I think one of the key steps to going to the next level.
We got a $5 super chat. What's good with it, Joey? Send love to Miss C, the Queen.
Bob Baby Sacamone said, send love to Mrs. C. Send a $5 super chat, darling. Hello, honey.
How you doing, sir?
I would tell.
I don't want to butcher your name, so I don't even profit.
Baby Sacamone send love to you. He said a $5 super chat. Said send love to Mrs. C.
So
that's she loves you. Second of all, is
and then Mason hits. Rico has jumped the shark, Joey. TSN isn't what it used to be. The Levyverse is better than TSN.
Listen to me.
That's
everything. Everything good always will come to an end. That's a fact. That's a fact. Look how many great TV shows were on in the 70s.
Gotcha.
So,
gotcha, Ram.
I can assure you, the professional I know that TSN is, they got a game plan to go whatever they're going to be doing next. Like Shirley said months ago, I could go on if John left the Dabbleverse. I got 2-3 years of content to keep going on John, the things you haven't seen. Okay, and I'm sure he does. Now, will Shirley think it's going to be played out? I don't know. I can't speak on Shirley's behalf. I know this: he's been on the game long enough, professionally enough, and been taught by the best in the business, that whatever he does will be done. It'll be done right. Bob Levy is a natural, of course. Bob, Bob knows by doing Levyverse, it's something he has to do because that's what he does. Do I think the combination of the 4 that are there right now, that's what's got to stay? If it changes, things can go different. Not taking anything away from any of those guys. That's the formula that works. What they have mastered. You understand? Does John really got to be here? No. John thinks he does. John's so demented that everybody dies. A lot of people will die. I don't think Carl and Shirley would die if John left. I really don't. I personally don't think they will. A lot of small people that depend on John might. But look at how many guys. Look at what Doom does. Go look at his work. Go look at Sykes. Go look at My Lost Interest, Citizen M. You guys see their pages? Even I'm gonna plug. I'm gonna even give Base Pill. Look at his work when he went over to Aaron Emholt. How I told the kid, I understand you hate me. I understand this is something you got to do, but go look at the numbers you got when doing stuff on me compared to what you guys did. 5 fucking times more. Look at how hard the lumps Quadfather took with BYB. He plugged and he plugged and he plugged and he plugged and he plugged, and he did it. He turned him into a legitimate show. He wasn't liked. He had a lot of problems in the beginning. Look what Granny brings to the table for them. Look what Quad brings by the hard work he does. So you know what? Hat goes off to them. He's finally. I can say right now, Quad is above. He's no Shuley. He's no Carl. He's no B Dabbler. But he's ahead of all small shows. I promise you that. I always say that without a doubt.
That's your opinion on the matter.
My opinion. He's at a level by himself now, but he's not at the top. But he's definitely above all the smaller shows, and he worked hard doing that. So I mean, credit goes to credit. Now how people feel about him, how I feel about it does irrelevant. Is he protects his channel and he does know how to handle it, and he in shows. So that's all I'm saying. A year and a half ago, Quadfather couldn't say that, but today he can. He legitimately can say that.
I'm with Luke on this comment. Quadfather needs a plug in every night.
Yeah, and I know how Luke feels, and that Luke's at the. I'm not saying I'm sitting here trying to make Quadfather anything he's not. I've had my differences with Quadfather. All I'm saying is, if you go by just shows growing, he has matured to be watchable now with a lot of people. That's all I'm saying. He worked hard to do where he's at.
Maybe, but he's still a pretentious prick.
That's got nothing to do with what I'm saying. Nothing to do with what I'm saying.
You guys can clip it. I'd say Quadfather sucks. Yes, go fucking right ahead. I don't give a.
You know what? Like I said, I fought with him better than anybody, and I chose not to do that. I made a mistake. That's something he didn't like. I said, and it turned into a.
You fought with him, yes, but if we really wanted to, we could have annihilated that stupid fuck.
Yeah, we probably
with all the dirt that we've had on that stupid clown.
Ray DeVito tried to think that I was stupid, and I didn't know he was trolling me to bring me on so he could get more super chats. Ray still called me last night, tried to get me on. Listen, Ray is a good person. I like him as a person, and I will help Ray out in time. I'm just not down for what how he wants to play dumb with me on the air, like I'm stupid. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it. It Shirley and Carl both said, you don't need Ray DeVito. Ray DeVito needs you. Always remember that. And that was a fact that they said to me many a time. You don't need Ray DeVito. Ray DeVito needs you. Remember that, and don't do his show. And that's it. I don't do a show because they said that. I don't want to listen. I don't got no time to do too many shows. I've got to focus on this. I
mean, dude, you were exhausted yesterday. You got home after driving 6 hours, hopped on to fucking do a show with me.
Right.
Yeah. And then you got off to take care of business.
Yeah.
Then you ended up getting back on the show last night for the final 30 minutes of that show.
I didn't want to do, but I just appreciate all the numbers.
Nobody needs Ray, according to our articulate John.
As a person, I like Ray. Do I think he's funny yet? Has Quadfather paroled yet from the?
He'll never get paroled for that.
I don't think so. And then again, there's always a spot where I understand it's miserable. He's got to live in that realm of being in that wheelchair the rest of his life. That's got to be a big, for him personally.
But that's self-inflicted.
Correct.
That's self-inflicted stupidness.
I agree.
On what he did to get put in that chair.
Why he did that? Nobody will know what he was thinking at that moment when he did that, but him. You understand? No one could understand it better than him. Do I think he's miserable? I think there was times that he's very miserable with himself being in that wheelchair. But it is what it is.
I will give. I'll give Quad his credit. He has built something for himself, but he's still a miserable prick.
Of course, and he always will be because it's lonely. When at the end of the day, when you're in there, you don't have the people around. Now I don't know nothing about his personal life. He might have a wonderful family. Maybe he's around. I don't know. It's not my business. All I know is he
Gathis is saying, wasn't he heartbroken? I honestly don't know. I don't know the real reason why he decided to do what he did to get put in that chair. That's his personal story to share. I mean, we can speculate, but speculation can only get you so far.
I have heard him quote saying this since he's been hanging in Discords and talking with and getting involved with everybody in chat rooms and Discords, that he feels this. I've heard him say this, that he feels like his soul, they're eating his soul away, that they make him the angry person, non-human person that he became because of the internet. So that's a smart man to recognize that.
But then again, eliminate the problem. Get out of those chat rooms.
Right. Discords are no good. I don't care what anybody said. Nothing good comes out of them. Nothing good.
No, it's just a big old circle jerk of goofballs sitting in basements and dwelling on shit that they can't control.
By 100% doubt, proven fact is most hard trolls, the nasty of the nasty, will never show themselves, will never appear to come in your face ever. That much I'll guarantee. They'll all keyboard warriors. That will be the worst of the worst because they hate themselves.
Yep. You want to wrap it up? Or you want to keep going?
Let's wrap it up. I mean, I hope we covered a lot today. I just like to
we gave him 2 hours. Joey, wasn't it? Oh, wrong one. Joey, wasn't it Karma that put him in the chair before his accident? He was mean to the handicap.
That's what the story I read. That's the article I read, that he wasn't nice to him. Karma. Some people don't believe in karma. I do believe in karma. I believe what comes around goes around. I believe if you're nasty, nasty, nasty all the time, and your main goal is some of these trolls, you know what their end game was? They enjoyed getting hundreds of people's channel taken away to never stream again. If that's what you live for, nothing but bad's going to happen to you down the road in your life.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Another idea. Joey buys a wheelchair from Goodwill and does a 24-hour in real life to find out the struggles of a quadriplegic.
That's a good idea. That's not a good idea. I know the struggle.
You know what, though? I've heard if you are a normal person who can function and you sit in a wheelchair for a long period of time, you're destined to be in that chair. So I've never sat in a wheelchair again.
Yeah, it's probably. I've been in prison with people that were in the wheelchair. Let me tell you something. You know what they said to me? When the streets get mad at you, what a couple gangbanger friends of mine told me. When the streets get really mad at you, they don't kill you and put you in a box. They put you in a fucking wheelchair and send you to prison. That's the fucking true pain. That's the true pain.
My grandmother, when she was alive, she was, she had Alzheimer's, so she was confined to a wheelchair. And every now and then when I was at my aunt's house talking, I would just sit in the chair because it was the only thing to really sit on in the room. And once I heard that story, I was like, yeah, but I'm not sitting in that shit no more.
Yeah, it's true. If you make fun of handicapped people, I promise you somewhere down the line, either yourself or someone close to you will become a handicapped person. Mm-hmm. God don't like ugly. How much I know, but I'm learning.
Always the basement dwellers, when I've noticed that many trolls are pretty successful.
Well, I don't. Have you ever met a successful troll out of the nasty ones? They just hurt people, legitimately hurt people. I don't think they're successful. They just hate themselves. They have no happiness in their life.
Nobody can push Joey. That is correct.
That's a fact. That's just a fact. I'm not built like that. Before I came to the internet, I'm not built to be pushed around. My mother instilled that in me at a very young age. If you don't start fucking whooping ass now, you're going to be a little short shit that everybody will take a piece of your ass every day. My mother told me that when I was 8 years old. If you don't learn how to fight now, you'll be a nothing that will be picked on the rest of you. You want to be picked on and be afraid of everybody and hide? Or do you want to be someone that fucking people are going to look up to and someone that's going to say you got a set of balls? My mother didn't sugarcoat nothing in life. Nothing.
That's it. Neither did mine. But all right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Tomorrow is Friday, so We'll be back Friday. What about ideas of doing Andrew Tate, Hustlers, you, and documenting the experiences via live streams? I don't really know too much of Andrew Tate.
I don't either. But I got all the ideas. This chat saves. I could go back and I got every chat I printed out. I'll just print out today's chat, and I'll have all the ideas with me right in my book there. My wife made me a nice book for Catalog on TV where I have put different things there by the shows and yeah.
That's wonderful news for you, Mandy. That's wonderful news.
Mom is bedbound right now and can't believe it. She said she wanted to live. Oh my God! God bless. God, thank God for that, Mandy. It's because of you, because you show how much you love her. Give yourself the credit. Give yourself the credit for fighting for your mom. That's wonderful. Like, God bless it, man. Like I said, at the end of the day, what did you guys say? End of the day, I love all you.
Saying, don't do topics you're not familiar with. It'll be difficult. Correct.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. But again, we'll see you tomorrow. Tonight, I'll do a night show, a chit chat with the chat, all about you guys. We'll shoot it on around 11 o'clock tonight. Tomorrow, look for the prison interview. I just got to pick the time. I got to go around and we're gonna.
It'll be Pillow Talk with Joey C.
You don't want to miss tomorrow's interview. This guy is the real deal. He did some hardcore time, and you guys got a taste of it. This guy's the real deal.
Looking forward to it.
You guys want to really see a good interview, you're not gonna rattle him, so he's not gonna. He knows how to handle all the shit talking, and he ain't gonna get rattled one bit. So. He's just gonna smile, you know what I'm saying? And just, it's those guys that are quiet and smile you want to watch out for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So those are the guys you want to, especially the ones with the little giggle laughs. They just give you that laugh, but they don't say much. You want to watch out for those. All right, guys.
All right.
Love you. Let's play out.
Welcome to the stream, Miss Kitty. You caught us at the tail end. Love as always.